What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another video. My name is Gahel, and for the past few weeks, a lot of people who watch my videos sometimes ask me, how I get my videos so crisp and so sharp and, so cinematic. And I always tell them, it's always on how you film your videos, like how you control light, but it's also how things are edited in your videos. A lot of us who like to create content, create videos, post on YouTube, Vimeo, social media, a lot of us like to use certain programs that, benefit us. Some people might use Adobe Premiere. That's something I've been using for years. Some people like to use DaVinci Resolve. That's another one that's really popular. And some of us like to use Final Cut. Final Cut comes with all Apple products. It's all based on preference and whatever is best for you to help you with your own workflow. So in this video, I just wanted to show you guys how I edit my videos to get them to look the way they look. A lot of my videos are, cinematic style. A lot of them are, film-like. I try to emulate film, and that's because I have a favorite plugin of mine that I use on Adobe Premiere, and that would be Dehancer. Now, with all that being said, I'm gonna hop into my computer screen, I'm gonna share that with you guys, and then I'm gonna tell you guys how I use Dehancer to get that, film-like cinematic feel in my videos that I've used many times before. So if you guys didn't know, Dehancer is a popular film emulation plugin. It is supposed to be used within your video editing software, like I mentioned before, whether you use Adobe Premiere, Final Cut, DaVinci. That's what you can use it in. You can use Dehancer to recreate the film aesthetic that people used to have back in the day, or you see in some movies now or some TV shows. That's what Dehancer is. It's supposed to recreate how videos look when you use 60mm film or 8mm film. You got control of the grain, the highlight control, the halations, effects, bloom effects. And that's what Dehancer is. And personally, I think it is good because I've used it quite a while now. And that's what I always gain for it, because I always like to make my content look like it is, filmed on film, because sometimes films can be kind of expensive if you go and buy each roll of film to record with. And when you film with them, they don't film for that long. Like 8mm film, you only get like 2.5 minutes to record whatever you need to record, and you can't go back and refilm on top of it. You'd have to use a new roll. So now we're in Premiere, and what you guys can see right here is in this corner we have just like a whole bunch of random videos that I filmed just at different time periods, just so I could show you guys what Dehancer looks like and how to use it. So if you type in Dehancer in the effects panel right here, Dehancer, go over here, and then you want to drag it. So say if I grab this clip from, let's see, this clip from me in Japan, right? This is me in Japan right here. So we're gonna grab this. Now, so you wanna grab the Dehancer right over here, and you just wanna drag and drop it. That's what you can do. You can drag and drop it, or you can create an adjustment layer to go on there. And then on this side over here, in this little top right corner, I'm trying to make this as simple as for you guys to understand. When you're using Premiere, if you're new to this, what you can do is go over here. You want to set Rec 709 because that's what you kind of record in. And then, my bad, you can go over here and choose your film stock. They have over probably a lot of film stocks right over here in this corner. You get everything from Cinestill, you get everything from Fuji Color, and it's just whatever is best for you. And then you can just readjust it in any way you want. And so to preserve time, what I did, I just took a whole bunch of these clips and I edited them. I corrected the light, the color, and put Dehancer on it. And I wanted to show you guys the differences it makes. So for the first one, obviously I have a clip of me here walking through one of the shrines in Japan, and I'm gonna show you guys the differences that it makes. So right now, if you zoom in a little close, right? Zoom in a little close. So this one is like a movement shot, so it's gonna look a little blurry. I shot in 24 frames per second. So I'm gonna show you guys the difference that it makes. So if I take off Dehancer, you can tell right there, you see the differences is pretty drastic. Right there, it looks a little bit more cleaner. But then if you put the Dehancer on, you can see the grain is on there, and it looks a little bit more aged. And that's the aesthetic that, Dehancer gives off on a lot of these clips. So that's just me walking, right? It's good I think it's one of the best film emulators that I've used. I've used a whole bunch of other ones, and I think this one is the best so far, especially for this clip right here. You know, I think it's really good. The grain is not like obnoxious or anything like that, but you can also like edit the grain levels too. So if you go to film grain right here, and then you want to like increase the amount, you can do that, but then it looks like that kind of. So I keep it a little bit. You don't want to put too much because then your image is going to look bad, but I keep it at a 10. So for the second clip here, I have one of the videos that I made for, you know, Joe's Training and The Lost Breed, which is a very popular training, you know, duo on Instagram. If you haven't seen them, go to The Lost Breed on Instagram and you'll see them. So they came and visited. So I just filmed a little short documentary, a little short experience that people can witness on social media that they, you know, use for their own platform as well. So if this is the raw version, what I want to do, I want to add, you know, some Lumetri color onto there, and then I want to put on Dehancer, and then Dehancer right there, you know, like I said, it ages the film a little bit, and then it gives the grain a really nice look if you get closer, and I think that's pretty dope. And now this one is also from the same clip, but it's just a different edit. Obviously this one's warmer. It's because I raised the temperature up a little bit. And I'm going to show you guys what film stock that I use for this one. The film stock that I used was the Kodak Portra 160, but you can change it up any way you want, to be honest. So like say if you wanted the Lumichrome, we're going to see how the Lumichrome looks on this. Lumichrome makes it like that. Now this one is another one from Japan, my time in Japan, and I think this one's my favorite one because, you know, because one of the scenery, and then two, because I took a little bit more time on this one. This one is, what I choose for this one was Fuji Color 100, and this is how it looks like without anything, right? It's just flat. I shot in S-Log, of course, and then you put your basic correction, and then right over here is where Dehancer comes in and makes it look a little bit more aged and more ancient, but I like to bring up the temperature a little bit just to keep it warm or give off of sunset mood. So that's something that I like a lot. And then this is a nighttime one. I wanted to show you guys how it looks like when it's nighttime, right? This is how it looks like when it's nighttime. We're gonna make it flat again. This is how it looks like in the nighttime. This is just within the city. I think this is downtown. And then this is how it looks like. And then once you add Lumetri color and then Dehancer, boom. So a lot of these clips, you know, they're pretty unique in their own way. You can create any sense of style that you want, not necessarily what I do. So that's why I think it's really good to have it. Dehancer gives you a lot of options and a lot of creativity than other film halation applications that I've used before. And I think it's pretty unique that they're able to do that. And, you know, they're still, you know, making the plugin even better every year. So I think it's pretty good to, you know, to even, you know, try this out. They have a free trial. You can try it out to see if you like it. And, you know, I've showed you different versions on here. I've showed you daylight. I showed you like indoors, where there's not a lot of light. I showed you nighttime. I showed you me in different countries. I've shown you outside sceneries. So I think it's pretty cool to experience something like this. I think we're really lucky to have an application that really cares so much about what the creators would like to see. You know, even when it is kind of expensive to have film, we have another option that allows us to get our hands on something similar. Now, another thing, and probably one more thing I want to leave you guys with knowing, is that Dehancer is also not only application or a plugin that's only meant for computers or editing software that are on computers. It's also a mobile application. It's something you can use on the go, whether you take photos on your iPhone or on your iPad. It's something that you can use on both of these that you can download from the App Store. So here on my phone, you can see the Dehancer application on the top of my, you know, photography gallery here. So you want to click Dehancer, and this is how it starts up. You know, so I have a couple photos and videos that I took of me playing basketball. So say if we wanted to click this one over here, right? And so we have a whole bunch of options, just like how it's on the plugin for the video editing. You have a whole bunch of options that you can use, that you can like go through to help edit your photos, right? So this is how it looks like, all right here. So you can go over here, click different filters, and I think it's pretty dope because I've used this before. And then you can go over here also in the edit section, and you can choose different films like we just did, different developers. You can change this around, right? You just have a whole bunch of options here. Source, you can change the exposure compensation. You can make this super bright, super dark. Again, Dehancer gives you so much creativity and so much flexibility that you can do to reach your, desired film aesthetic. You can also do it for video as well. So here I have a video of me playing basketball the other day that I just set up real quick. You can let it play. It's a little laggy right now, but once you export it, it's gonna be all smooth. So there it is, it's the same thing. Go over here, you can edit, you can change the film size, exposure. You can do all that here within the Dehancer application. And I think it's pretty cool. I think it's pretty creative, and the options are literally endless. So you guys should try it out. Just type in Dehancer at the App Store on your iPhone and you should be straight to go. So that's pretty much it for my quick little breakdown on the Dehancer plugin. If you guys are interested in getting Dehancer, you can use the promo code Gahel 2023. That way you can get a 10% discount off when purchasing your license for Dehancer. Like I said, it's an application that you can use on your laptop, on your phone, and on your iPad, no matter where you go. However you take photos and videos, you'll always get something creative and beautiful with it. Now, if you guys want a more in-detail analysis or in-detail way of me using Dehancer, I can do that for you. I'm just waiting for my new iMac to come in, my MacBook Pro M2 Max to come in. And once I do that, it will be so much smoother, so much more easier to comprehend. Hopefully I won't get any of the lags. I know I customized the laptop to have enough RAM, enough gigabytes. So when that comes in, and if you guys are interested, I can do that for you. So until then, hopefully you guys understood everything that I explained to you here, and hopefully you enjoyed, and hopefully you guys are interested. Remember, don't forget to use that promo code Gahel 2023. And until next time, that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys soon. Peace and love. I love all of you. Peace.